The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
Lamb in motion left.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 2.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Back to throw. Pierce. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Operating from the gun, Pierce. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Connects it to Roberts, right side.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
All right.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Stroud to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He finds his man complete. It's Waters. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Waters. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
run on the inside handoff. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Pierce. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Play action. Stroud now.
Rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Trying to move the pocket there. Out to the right on the bootleg, but nothing develops. And he's forced to just throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Waters. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. He finds his man, complete. That's Waters. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Second and a couple.
And they can't bring him down. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
56 yards on the ground in his first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Back to throw. Pierce. Touchdown, Browns. From 8 yards out.
And the Browns are able to add on to that lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
South. 19 Texas. Look the hot.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud.
Flush to his right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Uno. 11. Buggy.
They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Here we go. Why Tony? Hey, Uno Mars.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Whoa. Hey, south. 19 Texas.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 38 yards.
And the Texans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the gun on third down, Pierce.
Now he's loose at the 40. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Look the hot. Hey, Uno. 11. Buggy. Why Tony? Hey, Uno Mars. Hey, south. Hey.
Stroud.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now Stroud. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
All right.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Stroud now on 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive. Pierce.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Second and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Pierce. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Back to throw. Pierce going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Oh, hey.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 25 yards to the house.
And the Texans get a bit closer. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Second and 3. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Pierce.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
2nd and 6 from the 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And Stroud now to throw. Through the middle of the field.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 57 yards.
And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Pierce. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, it's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Pierce.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
75 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able...
Pierce has it knocked loose.
And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Why Tony? Hey, Uno Mars. Tonight.
Stroud looking to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Flushed out right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the...
And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Pierce. He finds his man. Complete. That's Parsons.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Browns.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Pierce. He finds his man. Complete. It's Parsons. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds. Right down around the goal line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Browns are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
45, Texans 31.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. This is 1st and 10. Stroud. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Look the hot, look the hot. Hey, uno.
Here's Stroud.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's third down. Now Stroud.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
Why, Tony? Hey, Uno Mars. Hey, south. Right to Texas. Alert the high. Hey.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may put a period on this AFC Championship game.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So the false start will back them up 5.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Pierce.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. Bust through the tackle. And the Texans say they have it. They do. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Second and 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Cleveland Browns are AFC champs as we say goodnight, everybody.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.